Hello, my name's Shane Nielsen. I decided to do my persuasive speech on overpaid athletes. Are they or aren't they? If you walk into a donut shop or McDonald's in the morning, see the older gentleman over there drinking coffee, if you sat down with them and listened to some of their lies or whatever they tell, you would hear probably one or two times, probably a week, how athletes are overpaid. The older generation definitely thinks the athletes of today is overpaid. So, if you took 100 people and asked them what one of the biggest controversies there are, at least some of them are going to say whether a professional athlete is overpaid or not. It is a great debate or argument that has been shared with generations of the past and generations to come. Here are some facts, and you can decide what your opinion is on this topic. Professional sports players and athletes being paid has two sides to every coin. Are professional athletes overpaid? If you took a poll today, 80 or 90% of people will say a professional athlete is way overpaid, and this is one of the biggest controversies around the world. It is one of the biggest water cooler arguments whether the pro athlete is overpaid or paid just right. And anytime you bring this issue up, it is an argument depending on who you are speaking to. Why does a huge percent of people around the nation think athletes are overpaid? Professional athletes are playing a child's game, and everyone else that plays these same sports that professional athletes do from the time they are 4 years old until the time they leave college is playing for the love of the sport and doesn't earn a dime. College players don't earn a dime legally, I should say. Other arguments to this undying controversy: the highest paid doctors in the world average $500,000 per year. The highest paid astronaut from NASA makes roughly $170,000 per year. A lawyer with 11 years of experience make up to $170,000 per year. An above average car salesman can make up to $70,000 per year, and a median household income in the U.S. is around $54,000 per year, depending on the level of education. No matter how you look at it, the guy getting paid $19 million to swing a bat at a ball is making more than the average American household in an entire decade. Think about it. The President of the United States of America only makes a combined $800,000, and he has the biggest and most important decisions of anybody in the nation. The president, doctors, lawyers, and such deal with people's lives every day. The average Major League Baseball salary is $4.25 million, and players still get $100 meal cards a day while they are on the road. The highest paid major leaguer is LA Dodgers starting pitcher Clayton Kershaw at $33 million over 7 years for a total of $215 million after that 7th year. In 2017, the minimum salary will be $535,000 a year compared to $12,000 a year in 1970. Today's athletes are highest paid people in the country, with the exception of Donald Trump and his toupee. It is ridiculous to believe that someone is really worth hundreds of millions of dollars and all they have to do is play a sport that millions of people would play for free if given the chance. Major League Baseball may be responsible for the rising salaries of athletes. In all 30 teams, salaries were combined. The total price tag of every big league player would be in excess of $2.2 billion. That translates to $67.6 million per team and $2.7 million per player. There are currently 41 players in the majors who make more than $10 million per year. One of those is the recent retired players. Alex Rodriguez was the highest paid athlete in the world. He made $22 million a year. You think he can afford to get an extra cheese on a Big Mac? Rodriguez was with the Boston Red Sox. Oh, and Boston Red Sox outfielder Manny Ramirez are the highest paid in the majors. Ramirez was the distant second with a modest $17.2 million a year. Could A-Rod really spend $22 million? Honestly, I doubt it. How about getting $22 million every year for 7 years? No one could ever spend that money ever. What does all money come from to pay these awesome athletes? It comes from fans. Me, you, your friends. The same fans that cry when their team loses, celebrates when they win, and pay $6 for a beer, $7 for a hot dog at the team's game. Ticket prices continue to go up every year. How fair is it to the fans to drop at least $100 to go see a game and watch their favorite players play this awesome game? The flip side of the argument is that players don't get overpaid. They deal with serious problems after retirement, as concussions, life-ending, brain problems, and can't walk the rest of their lives. In closing, what do you think as an audience? Do you think professional athletes are overpaid? My opinion is they are overpaid. A single family cannot even afford to go watch a game so they can pay these athletes.